Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny.
What's up?
Stephen A. Smith is coming for LeBron again. Reports just dropped that the NBA superstar signed a big money deal outside the league for next season, and Stephen A. is not holding back.
So he knows, like everybody else, it's gonna be a little while before I go away.
We knew Stephen would react, but nobody expected him to go this hard. So what exactly did he say? Here is the full breakdown. LeBron James is 41 years old. He just finished his 23rd NBA season. He has no contract. He is a free agent. He even said it himself on his own podcast, Mind the Game.
Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny. Being here with this franchise.
LeBron said it loud and clear. No NBA deal. Not with the Lakers, not with anyone. But while the league waits on his next move, LeBron is already making money most players will never see in their entire careers. This man has a lifetime Nike deal worth over $1 billion. He owns a piece of Fenway Sports Group, which owns Liverpool FC and the Boston Red Sox. He co-founded Spring Hill Company, a media and production business valued at $725 million back in 2021. He has deals with PepsiCo, GMC, Walmart, and DraftKings. And that is just what we know about. His off-court earnings alone have passed $500 million. His net worth is well over $1 billion. The NBA check is just one small piece of a massive empire. Stephen A. Smith sees all of this, and Stephen A. Smith always has something to say. When LeBron signed his 2-year, $97.1 million extension with the Lakers, Stephen A. went straight to ESPN with his take.
Hopefully agreeing to a 2-year contract extension with the Lakers.
Well, first of all, he deserves it. He's LeBron James.
He deserves it. That was the line. Simple, direct. But what came next put everything in perspective.
He's still one of the best players in the world at age 37 after 19 years in the league, approaching his 20th season.
And then Stephen A. landed the line that said everything everyone already knew.
That's going to put a smile on his face. Let's be real here.
He's a billionaire.
He is a billionaire, man.
A billionaire. Stephen A. said it on live national TV. The NBA deal is not the main event for LeBron. The outside money is. And that is where things get messy. Because Stephen A. has not always praised LeBron's money moves. Back before LeBron won his first ring, Stephen A. questioned whether he deserved to be the highest paid endorsement athlete in all of team sports. His point was blunt. You are getting paid like the best, but you have not won like the best. This was during the Miami Heat era, right after the decision. LeBron's brand was at its most hated, and Stephen A. was one of the loudest voices saying the endorsement money did not match the resume. Not yet. Now it is 2026. LeBron has 4 championships, 4 finals MVPs, broken scoring records, and 23 seasons under his belt. The money has only grown, and Stephen A. has only gotten louder. LeBron did not get rich by accident. Every single business move he made over the past 20 years was planned, precise, and built to last long after basketball. And to understand why Stephen A. has so much to say about LeBron's off-court life, you need to understand just how big this empire really is. It all started in 2003, before LeBron played a single NBA minute. Nike came in with a massive offer, a 7-year deal worth around $87 to $90 million, including bonuses and royalties. An 18-year-old kid from Akron walked into the league already richer than most veterans, and he was just warming up. By December 2015, the Nike relationship became something never seen before. LeBron signed a lifetime deal, the first athlete in Nike history to get one. The total value is estimated at over $1 billion when you add cash, royalties, and equity benefits. One deal, one company, more money than most athletes make in their whole careers. But LeBron did not want to just be a face on a product. He wanted ownership, he wanted equity, he wanted real power. In 2008, instead of taking a regular check from Beats by Dre, LeBron took a stake in the company. When Apple bought Beats for $3 billion in 2014, LeBron reportedly walked away with around $30 million from that one investment alone. Then came Blaze Pizza in 2012. He put in under $1 million for about a 10% stake. To do it, he walked away from a $15 million McDonald's deal. People called it crazy. By 2017, his Blaze Pizza stake was worth $35 to $40 million or more. He turned a small bet into a fortune bigger than the safe money he left behind. Then there was Fenway Sports Group. In 2011, LeBron paid about $6.5 million for a small stake of Liverpool FC. That eventually became roughly a 1% share of FSG itself, the parent company of Liverpool and the Boston Red Sox. As those teams grew in value, LeBron's investment grew with them, estimated now at $90 to $140 million, a $6.5 million entry point turning into 9 figures. That is not luck, that is vision. But the crown jewel is Spring Hill Company. Built with his longtime partner Maverick Carter, Spring Hill raised $100 million in funding and was valued at $725 million in 2021, with backing from Nike, Redbird Capital, FSG, and Epic Games. Spring Hill has produced Space Jam, A New Legacy, The Shop, and has deals with Warner Bros., Universal, Disney, Netflix, and more. Under Spring Hill sits uninterrupted Uninterrupted, LeBron's athlete-focused media platform that got a $58 million investment from Warner Bros. And Turner back in 2015. Uninterrupted is how LeBron tells his own story. No middleman, no filter. And that is exactly what bothers Stephen A. Smith. Because Spring Hill and Uninterrupted mean LeBron does not need ESPN. He does not need First Take. He does not need anyone to shape his image. He does it himself. Beyond Spring Hill, the deals keep stacking. He switched from Coca-Cola and Sprite after 18 years to a multi-year PepsiCo deal in 2021. He has GMC Super Bowl campaigns for the Hummer EV. He has Walmart, DraftKings, Tonal, Calm, and Lobo 1707 Tequila. Every single one of these deals pays LeBron whether he ever plays basketball again. And in Stephen A's mind, the money was never the issue. The issue is what the money lets LeBron do. For all of LeBron's billions, all his stakes and deals and media power, there is one thing money to not buy. And Stephen A. Smith will never let him forget it. The title of greatest of all time. Stephen A. has made his stance loud and clear. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player who ever lived. LeBron, for all his greatness, is not. This is the core of their war, the one line Stephen A. will not cross, and he does not treat it like an opinion, he treats it like a proven fact.
There's no way that you could watch Michael Jordan and LeBron James and think that Michael Jordan is not the GOAT.
Stephen A. said that standing in front of a live crowd, looking people dead in the eyes, and then he laid out his case like a prosecutor. Jordan has 10 scoring titles, LeBron has 1. Jordan made 9 All-NBA defensive teams, LeBron made 5. Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron never did. Jordan has 6 rings and 6 Finals MVPs. LeBron has 4 rings and 4 Finals MVPs, and he played at least 7 more seasons than Jordan ever did. Jordan has 5 MVP awards. LeBron has 4. But Stephen A. does not just throw out numbers. He makes them hurt.
Mike, I got LeBron James on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, one of the all-time top 3.
Sounds like a compliment, and it is. But what comes right after it hits different.
One of the all-time top 3, one of the all-time greatest players. But he's lost 6 NBA Finals.
But he's been in more.
6 finals losses. That is the number Stephen A. keeps hammering. LeBron went to 10 finals, won 4, lost 6. And one loss above all others is the wound Stephen A. believes disqualifies LeBron from the GOAT conversation for good. The 2011 finals against the Dallas Mavericks. LeBron was in his first year with the Heat. He had Wade, he had Bosh. Miami was supposed to roll Dallas. Instead, LeBron disappeared in the fourth quarter. Stephen A. has those numbers memorized. LeBron averaged 2.2 points per fourth quarter in that series. In 2 games, he did not score a single point in the final period. In 1 game, he did not even attempt a shot in the fourth quarter. To Stephen A., this is not just about stats. It is about fear. It is about the damage Jordan did to his opponents mentally. Jordan did not just beat teams, he wrecked them. The Cavaliers never won because of Jordan, the Knicks never won because of Jordan, the Pacers, the Suns, the Jazz, the Supersonics, Malone, Stockton, Peyton, Barkley, Reggie Miller, all of them stopped by one man. Stephen A. paints Jordan as a force of nature that left psychological damage in his wake. Players did not just lose to Jordan, they were changed by it. Some never recovered. And the contrast with LeBron is always painful in Stephen A.'s telling. Jordan was born to dominate. LeBron had to learn how to win. And this is where LeBron's business empire crashes into the GOAT debate. Stephen A. believes LeBron's entire media machine exists because of one obsession, being called the greatest ever. That is why he has Spring Hill. That is why he has Uninterrupted. That is why he goes on shows where he can talk without being challenged. Stephen A. has called LeBron a great father and a great businessman. But none of it is enough, because the one thing LeBron wants from Stephen A. is the one thing he refuses to give him. The tension between these two men had been building for years. Small jabs here and there, carefully worded shots that both could brush off. But when Bronny James entered the picture, everything broke open. When Bronny was drafted by the Lakers, questions flew immediately. Was he ready? Had he earned it? Or did LeBron's power, his brand, his billion-dollar influence bend the draft process in his son's favor? Stephen A. came down hard on the side of doubt. On January 29th, he said Bronny simply was not ready at that point, but his real target was LeBron. His argument was that LeBron used his status to push the Lakers into drafting his son whether the basketball case was there or not. Then came the confrontation that blew the lid off everything. At a Lakers-Knicks game, LeBron walked up to Stephen A. courtside, on camera, in front of the whole arena, and told him to stop talking negatively about his son on TV. Stephen A. said it caught him off guard. He said LeBron accused him of going after Bronny, when in his mind, LeBron was always the actual target.
Who got personal? LeBron. He's lying when he says that I attacked his son.
And then the Pat McAfee interview happened. LeBron went on the show and addressed Stephen A. directly. He said criticizing players for what they do on the court is fair, but when you make it personal and come for his family, that is where the line gets crossed. Stephen A.'s response was one of the biggest moments of his entire career. He went on First Take and tore apart every single thing LeBron said, one by one. He started by pointing out that Rich Paul, LeBron's longtime business partner, had appeared on Pat McAfee's show about 10 days before LeBron did.
Stephen A. said that was no coincidence. It was a plan, a setup, designed to let LeBron attack Stephen A. in a controlled space with no real pushback.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass.
After LeBron's comments, Stephen A. brought up the courtside confrontation again. He said LeBron could have found him privately after the game and talked man-to-man. Instead, he did it courtside with cameras rolling, including one behind Stephen A. that he did not even know was there.
The man orchestrates stuff. The man will smile in your face, and he's got something behind his back, ready to stab you in it.
That is a massive accusation against one of the most celebrated athletes alive. Stephen A. is saying LeBron is a calculated manipulator, that every public move is planned for maximum control, that his entire media empire, his company, his platform, all of it exists for one purpose, to protect how the world sees LeBron James. And after the Pat McAfee interview, LeBron posted an old embarrassing video of Stephen A. boxing. Stephen A. fired right back.
Because that's how petty you've become. You're LeBron James. You that butthurt over the things that I'm saying.
Petty. Stephen A. called a four-time champion and a billionaire petty. And the reason is simple. LeBron cannot stand that one major media voice refuses to crown him the greatest of all time. Stephen A. went even further. He said he offered LeBron a direct, live, unedited conversation multiple times. He even offered to go to LeBron's own platform. No tricks, no edits, just two men talking. And every single time, LeBron's camp said no. To Stephen A., that refusal says everything. LeBron does not want a real debate. He wants a stage where he controls the script. And in Stephen A.'s eyes, that is the clearest proof that LeBron's empire is not just about wealth. It is about building a wall around his legacy that no one can break through. Now it is May 2026. LeBron is 41, a free agent, and the basketball world is on edge waiting to see what he does. Meanwhile, his off-court empire keeps printing money while his NBA salary looks like spare change by comparison. On his podcast, LeBron spoke about his future with his usual careful vagueness. He talked about being a free agent and controlling his own destiny. Those words carry serious weight from a man who spent 2 decades building exactly that kind of financial freedom. LeBron does not need the Lakers' money. He does not need any team's money. And that is what makes this so scary for the Lakers. Right now, LeBron sits on their books as a cap hold at $58 million, dead money, blocking them from making any real moves in free agency until this gets resolved. They cannot afford to wait until August. They need to come to LeBron with a real plan, real money, and a real roster.
How do I want this ride to end? Like, where do I want it to end at? And like, is it about the money?
That question captures it perfectly. How does LeBron want his career to end? One analyst said by draft night, 1 month away, the basketball world would know whether LeBron stays a Laker or walks. If he leaves, he could wait until August or September and watch free agency play out before choosing the best situation for his final chapter. And notice what nobody is saying. Nobody is asking if LeBron can afford to wait. Of course he can. His off-court income makes him untouchable financially. Other players need their next contract to survive. LeBron only needs his next contract if it serves his legacy. Stephen A. sees it all. He called LeBron a billionaire on live TV with something close to awe. But he also sees the darker side, a man using that power to silence critics, shape the story, and punish anyone who refuses to bow down to his greatness. Is Stephen A. right? That depends on where you stand. If you believe athletes have every right to own their story and build empires, then LeBron is a pioneer and a blueprint for every star who comes after him. But if you believe, like Stephen A. does, that this much control poisons real accountability and honest conversation, then LeBron's empire is not just impressive, it is dangerous. It creates a world where the most powerful athlete on the planet can shape front offices, draft rooms, coaching decisions, and media coverage, all while presenting himself as just a humble kid from Akron who loves the game. Stephen A. Smith held up a mirror to the most powerful athlete businessman in history and said, "I see you. I know what you are doing, and I am not going anywhere."
So he knows, like everybody else, it's gonna be a little while before I go away.
Stephen A. is not leaving. LeBron's outside deals are not going away. The money keeps coming whether LeBron plays basketball or not. And the war between the biggest name in sports media and the most powerful athlete businessman alive is far from over. The only real question left is how it all ends. And based on everything these two have shown us over the past 20 years, neither one is letting the other have the last word. So what do you think? Is LeBron's off-court empire a sign of pure genius, or is it just a shield against being held accountable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And for more videos like this, click the next card on your screen.